Ba-da-ba-dum, bum, bum. It's Zach Collects, and I am Zach from Zach Collects. Isn't that wonderful how that all works out? Listen, we have an interesting show for you today. Very interesting. We're going to look at a couple things. One of the things we're looking at is this incredible knife, Clever Girl from CRKT. Doesn't it look like a Batman knife? It looks like something that Batman would carry with him, doesn't it? Anyway, it's got the really cool deadbolt system, IKBS bearings. Wonderful knife. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not tiny. See, that's the deadbolt right there. You can see it. Anyway, we're going to talk about these things in just a second. But also, we're going to be looking at, of course, an action figure. Because, I mean, this is Zach Collects, after all. We have to look at some action figures. This one kind of hit me blindside. I didn't see this one coming at all. Wow, is it something to talk about? And it's from a newer company. Well, actually, it's Jazzwares, but they became this. This is the Wicked Cool Toys. Can you see that? Wicked Cool Toys. And that's their new Halo line. And that's based on the Halo Infinite, which is the new game that's coming out. You know something? This figure is so well made, we have got to look at it. We got to talk about it. So, going to look at a knife. Yeah, Clever Girl from CRKT. And we're going to take a look at Wicked Cool Toys. Halo, the Master Chief. Chief. And here is the Master Chief from Wicked Cool Toys. Look at the back of this thing. Take a look. It's nice. Now, I found this at Target. I was told by actually he's not my friend, but I've been listening to him and watching him for years, Anthony of Anthony's Customs, that these were at Target. So I went over to Target, and sure enough, they had all three of these. They had all three versions of the Halo Infinite action figures there. I chose the Master Chief because, of course, he's 8 feet tall, and he's pretty amazing. This toy is not 8 feet tall, though. Anyway, nice packaging. I think it's very utilitarian, but actually very attractive. Almost militaristic, don't you think? I think it is a bit. And you got a little spot varnish on top. UNSC, of course. And he's imprisoned right now, but we're going to get him out and take a look at him. Now, as you can see, he comes with all these different hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hands? That's a crazy number, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hands. That's what it is. And he's got, of course, his rifle, and he has his pistol. And we're going to just see what he takes a look at. Look at this. Look at this. Here he is. I got it. It's coming. It's coming. There you go. Take a look at the mask. Is that not sweet? Kind of reminds me of the Joyride Halo figures days. And by the way, I used to collect them voraciously. Not much for having stiff, good, functional joints, but boy, they look great, and they were a good scale, too. You can still find a few on eBay. That's the Joyride Halo figures. But this is a whole new chapter. Right here, we're talking about something that's got some incredible articulation, and the joints are nice and stiff. Anyway, you're going to find out in just a second as I crack him open. And we're back. Wanted to mention, too, that there is a game add-on card that comes with the figure, which, of course, will allow you to have a game add-on in Halo Infinite. It kind of makes sense. A game add-on for the game. You get the idea. Anyway, kind of interesting. There's the back of the card. If you want to pause that and read that, you're welcome to do so. Okay. And so here we have the figure. Wow. A whopping 7 inches and change. Good height, good size. I do love me a 7-inch figure. I really do. I'm not stuck on 6-inch figures. I don't need just plain 6. I love the 7-inch. I love the 8-inch. In fact, one of these days I'm going to go ahead and interview. Yes, I'm going to interview a figure. It's inanimate, but I'm going to interview it. No, King Arts made some incredible Iron Man figures in 1/9 scale, and we're going to take a look at those one of these days. A lot of die casts in those, really cool. But anyway, get back to our Halo figure. Take a look. Here he is in all of his glory, and it's got some silver wash over the entire body to make it look like he's battle scuffed. I think the thing that here I go again. I said I'd never critique things, but I would have liked to have seen maybe some panel lining which I still might do actually one of these days, is crack out the old ultra-fine markers and do some panel lining on this guy. Very cool looking. Love that faceplate, don't you? Is that not sweet? It seals the deal. I agree with Anthony from Anthony's Customs. And let's see, we have, bottom of the feet. We even got some tread. Sure do. A lot of wonderful usable articulation too. You know, you have thigh swivels, you have toe articulation, you know, and that's always nice to have some of that. You have got some ankle rockers. And you wouldn't think so with the armor and whatnot, but it's even got this incredible, look at that, double jointed knee. Isn't that something? All kinds of incredible poses. You can get them in the crouching poses easily, I think. And yeah, you have swivel up top. You have a waist swivel. You also have a kind of a swivel up here in the chest, torso articulation. And there's that as well. And the arms, and there's even a butterfly joint, you know, so you can fly away like a butterfly. So you can fly away. And unfortunately, the arm cannot go all the way straight down. That's the one thing I would have liked to have seen too. I said it again. Bottom line, very cool figure. And I also left this up for you so you can once again see the different hands that come with it. Yeah, I'll get there sooner or later. Here they are. There you go. I'll move this over to the side. So here you have it. Wicked Cool Toys slash Jazzwares, but we're talking Wicked Cool Toys nowadays. And that's the Halo Infinite line. This is something you need to pay attention to because it's only going to get better and they're going to make more and more figs from here. I am positive of it because this is such a great entry into the Halo Infinite line. Very cool. Highly recommended, I must say. And now, let's take a look at that knife I mentioned. Shall we? Yeah, I told you this would be an interesting one. I collect knives, I collect action figures, I collect other things too, but those primarily. And I love interesting, innovative knives. And this one sure falls in that category. It's got a deep pocket or deep carry clip, if you will, but pretty deep. You know, I mean, there's only about that much that would stick out. And you'd think that in your pocket it would be cumbersome. It's not. I've carried it before. It carries very well, I think. Yes, it's a little on the heavy side. You got all this G10 here, and it's thick and it's grippy. And then you've got, of course, the deadbolt, which is proprietary to CRKT. I love this knife. Yes, it's very tactical. Yes, it's very stabby. But by the way, very useful. It cuts through a box like it's nothing. But that's not why you buy this kind of a knife. You buy this kind of a knife because of the way it looks. See how that deadbolt works right there? That's the back of the deadbolt. Once it's engaged, you really, honestly, it just won't come undone. And I want to say that this is a D2. Yeah, this is a D2 steel. And it's got that DLC coat on it. Or some people call it Cerakote. I mean, we'll just call it DLC, diamond-like coating. And that's, of course, to protect the knife from getting corroded. Corrosion! Corrosion, don't you know? But this was designed specifically for CRKT. U.S. patent number, huh? Very nicely done. Clever Girl! Love it! Like Batman would carry on a bad day. Something like that, yeah. And that's it. So we took a look at a crazy knife. Ta-da! We took a look at an awesome action figure. Ta-da! And we've had a very interesting version, an addition to Zach collects.